Class 11th English Core Model Paper Revision. According to the poem, father to son who have lived in the same house for years, father and the son. According to the poem, father to son who have lived in the same house for years, father and the son. Thirty SHANSHUI Sansui LITERAL literally means mountain, water, river, water, God, heaven. Sansui literally means mountains, water. Taplau is a boy of 12 years, 14 years, 16 years, 18 years. See, 16 years. Taplau is a boy. The boy of 16 years. Professor Gaitonde entered Forbes building wife, daughter, son. Professor Gaitonde entered Wallace building to meet his son. Where did the narrator Nick Middleton meet Norbu? Rabu or Darchin Lhasa Darchin. What was Morod described to a horse B to become rich, C to ride the horse, to visit a vineyard, sorry, to ride a horse. What was Morad described to ride a horse? "35. The narrator daughter of Mrs. S. Vestes, the address." भाई मच्छर बहुत काट रहा. Address the narrator daughter of Mrs. S visit the address number 46 Marconi Street, B number 40 Marconi Street, number 16 Marconi Street, number 26 Marconi Street. The narrator daughter of Mrs. S visit the address number 46 Marconi Street. did Ranga go to study a Chennai, Mysore, Sika, Bangalore, Digha, Mumbai to see Bangalore. Who was Einstein's history teacher? Mr. Patrick, Mr. Yuri, Mr. Ron, Dika, Mrs. Person, Mrs. Mr. Ron, B-R-U-N, B-R-A-U-N, Ron, B-R-A-U-N, 38. Mr. Brown Dash was strong and dominating Mrs. Fitzgerald, Bika, Doris, Sika, Cyril, Cyril, Mrs. Person, तो इसका हो जाएगा Mrs. Person. Sahid was a doctor. Sahid was a doctor. Andrew Madsen was a doctor and suffering of cancer. Sahid suffered which disease? Malaria, typhoid, TB, cancer. देख लो भाई, बड़ी मच्छर है, कब से काट रहे हैं, पढ़ते वक्त ही काटते हैं। वॉज इंटरवेंशन, तो डॉक्टर पढ़ते समय काट काट के पूरा फुला दे रहा भाई सब। तो बता दो भाई कि अभी हो रहे हैं 12:05, देख सकते हैं आप, 12:06 हो रहा है अभी। रात के 12:06 हो रहे हैं। मालूम है दोस्त, जमाई क्यों आती है? बहुत जन बोलते हैं कि जमाई हमें, जब हम बहुत थक जाते हैं, हरासमेंट होता है, तो हमें जब नींद आती है तो उस कारण से हमें जमाई आती है। लेकिन ऐसा नहीं है। जमाई हमें जब हमारे शरीर में ऑक्सीजन की मात्रा कम होती है तो वह जमाई के रूप में, मैंने जब कार्बन डाइऑक्साइड शरीर में ज़्यादा होता है तो उसे जमाई द्वारा बाहर निकाला जाता है और ऑक्सीजन ज़्यादा मात्रा में शरीर के अंदर प्राप्त किया जाता है। जो इंग्लिश का आंसर जैक बोर्ड ने निकाला उसमें से कुछ कुछ गलत है, इसीलिए चेक करना पड़ेगा। मैंने अपने से भी टिक लगा लिया है। जैसे कि 19 नंबर में दिया है, व्हाट वेर द चिल्ड्रन थॉट एट द विलेज स्कूल। विलेज स्कूल में वे क्या सीखते थे? तो प्रेयर तो सीखते ही थे। प्रेयर। व्हाट वर द चिल्ड्रन थॉट एट द विलेज स्कूल। विलेज स्कूल में तो बस उन लोग प्रेयर ही सीखते थे। तो 19 का ए। 19 का ए भी हो सकता है या 19 का ए एंड सी बहुत हो सकता है। प्रेयर भी सिखाते थे और अल्फ़ाबेट भी सिखाते थे। चलो भाई सही है। तो इंग्लिश रिवाइज कर लिया जाए। अभी बज रहे हैं 12:16। तो पहले मैं पानी पी लेता हूँ। जैसा कि आप जानते हैं कि पानी में H2O गैस मिला होता है, हाइड्रोजन प्लस ऑक्सीजन। जब भी किसी व्यक्ति को अगर ऑक्सीजन की पहले कमी हो तो उसे पानी भी दिया जा सकता है। अगर वो घर पर है तब हॉस्पिटल पर जाने पर तो उसे ऑक्सीजन की मशीन लगा ही दी जाती है। Read the following passage and answer the following question 1 to 5. Edison was born on 11th February 1847 in America. He was a great scientist. At the age of 18, he set up his laboratory. He made several experiments and invented how to send more than one message along a wire. He invented talking machine, electric bulb, electric fan, improved telegraphy, telephone and typewriter. He produced the first talking film. He was a good employer and was sympathetic to his employees. He had to leave many jobs because no one except Milton liked him. With the help of general efforts, he established a factory. He had helped him with $40,000 for it. There he invented the device that talked. It was most funny. Edison was a scientist. Edison was a scientist. What did he invent electric bulb, electric fan, telephone, typewriter, etc. Electric bulb, electric fan, telephone, typewriter, etc. With the help of general efforts, he established a factory. Give the meaning of several various. General efforts had helped Edison with $40,000 for it. General efforts had helped Edison with $40,000 to set up a factory. In note making, notes are written only in phrases. Notes should be in short form. A formal letter starts with sender address. Letters to the editor are written to letters to the editor are written to newspaper. Letters to the editor are written to newspaper. Reporting of an event is done as first-hand hand information. The purpose of invitation is to invite. While writing articles, where should the writer mention his or her name at the end? Choose the grammatically correct sentence for the given jumble word. Physical exercise for essential is health good. Physical exercise is essential for good health. Fill in the blanks from the given option. Question 14 to 16. Voritos is an honorable man. I was writing a letter when the bell rang. I was writing a letter when the bell rang. Will you please stop talking? Will you please stop talking? I am knowing you. Choose the correct one from the following. I know you. Read the following extract and answer the question from 18 to 21. A sweet face, my mother's that was before I was born, and the sea which appears to have changed less, was their travelly transient's feet. The sweet face, the photograph shown was narrator's mother. The photograph was taken when the narrator was not even born. They were standing at the beach. The word transient, so their momentary or ephemeral life. Which month of the year has been mentioned in the poem the Lebanon top ट्री के जो पोइट्री है वो है टेड हक्स और द लेबनन टॉप जो है उसे इस मंथ की चर्चा की गई तो सितंबर. द पोएट वॉल्ट व्हाइटमैन आस्क अ क्वेश्चन एंड हु आर्ट thou? Who does thou refers to? And the sour. Who is the poet of the poem Childhood? Marcus Nathan. There was no sign of understanding between the father and the son. What is the bird's movement compared to the movement of a lizard? I give back life to my organ. Who is the speaker? The sabar. Why did the grandmother not accompany the author to his school in the city? Because the author now went to school in a motor bus. What did the sparrow do when the dead only body the grandmother was carried off? They flew away quietly. What was the name of the boat which the author had built for his voyage? Wave Walker. Who accompanied the writer in his round the world voyage? His daughter Susanne, his son John, his wife Mary, all these three. The place where Egyptian kings were viewed is known as Valley of Kings. Who created the rock garden of Chandigarh? Nek Chand. Millie sends Taplau to chemist. What is Gangadhar Pant Gaitonde, a professor of history? Named the author of the lesson Silk Road, Nick Middleton. The world's first nationwide Green Party was founded in South Africa. Where did Aram and Morad hide the stolen white horse? In the vineyard. In a deserted vineyard. In a deserted vineyard. Who wrote the story The Address? Marga Minko. Who wrote the story The Address? Marga Minko. Ranga saw Ratna for the first time at narrator's house. According to Albert Einstein, what was more important in education? Ideas. In the story Mother's Day, who is the most neglected person in the family? The mother. Said was a poet. Who did the doctor decide to save first in the story? Birth, the mother. Who was Hank Fallen in the poem The Tale of Melon City? The king. Read the following passage carefully and answer the question from 1 to 4, choosing the best suitable option. Assam in the northeast of India is called the tea garden of the world. Tea grows in bushes on a tea estate. There are thousands and thousands of tea bushes. They are planted in long lines. Early in the morning, companies of women and children each carrying a basket go off to the garden to pluck the leaves. Only the youngest and most tender leaves are plucked. The leaves are then weighed and taken off to the factory to be made into tea as you know it. Where is Assam situated? In the northeast of India. Assam is called the tea garden of the world because tea is evidently grown here. What kind of tea leaves are plucked? Youngest and most tender leaves. When do women and children go off to the garden to pluck the leaves? Early in the morning. The leaves are weighed and taken off to the factory. While writing a note, which of the following is not used? Articles. In report writing, narration of an event is always written in report writing narration of an event is always written in immediate past form. While writing a note, which of the following is not used? Articles. In report writing, report narration of an event is always written in immediate past form. In letter writing, replying to inquiries, some under the category of business letter. In a formal letter, the correct form of solution is Dear Sir, Madam. This business letter, the name designation of the address is written on the left margin. Rasmi bought a book and an inkpot. None of the boys sang a song. Choose the grammatically correct sentence. Physical exercise. An apple a day, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple a day, an apple a day keeps the doctor away. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Fill in the blanks from the given option. Question 14 to 17. The sun sets in the west. I do not know how to swim. Question would prefer to keep quiet. If I were you, I would not do it. I would not do it. Read the following extract and choose the most appropriate option from those that are given below. Question 18 to 21. The lavender top is silent, quite still in the afternoon yellow September sunlight, a few leaves yellowing, all its seeds fallen. The lavender tree top is quiet, silent, and still. What time of the day is described? Afternoon. How does September sunlight appears? Yellow. A few leaves are turning yellow. Who were Betty and Dolly? Cousins of poet's mother. Cousins of poet's mother. बड़ी मच्छर काट रहा भाई, इसीलिए पैर ऊपर करना पड़ गया. Were Betty and Dolly cousins of poet's mother? Who is the poem of the earth? The rain. In the poem Childhood, the poet wants to know to lost his childhood. The day he lost his childhood. The day he lost his childhood. We in the poem Childhood stands for the father and the son. Bare face in the poem The Lavender Top means face having strips on it. Face having strips on it. Face having strips on it. Where was the photograph taken? On a beach. Who is the poet of the poem The Lavender Top? Ted Hughes. Why did a grandmother keep one hand on her waist to balance her stoop? Where did the author spend his childhood? In a village with his grandmother. Whom the narrator want to duplicate in We Are Not Afraid to Die If We Can All Be We Are Not Afraid to Die If We Can All Be Together. Captain James Cook. In discovering Ted, the saga continues. Howard Carter was a British archaeologist. What did Woodhouse paint for the emperor? The landscape. Micker Crocker Harris is a middle-aged master. Who is the speaker of the Who is the author of The Adventure? Jayant Nalikar. Who is the author of The Adventure? Jayant Nalikar. Or is situated on the shore of Lake Mansarovar. What gift the Lemo give the author? A full sleeved coat. Morad was very fond of riding horse riding. Aram and Morad belonged to Herculanean tribe. Herculanean tribe. Which country did the author and the narrator belong to in the story? The address Holland. What was the name of the niece of Rama Rao Ratna, who called Albert Einstein the world's worst liar? Yuri, who was Mrs. Fritzl, person's neighbor. What had been Aga Sahib suffering from cancer? What was Andrew Manson profession? A doctor. India is the home of tigers, and every year large number of people are killed by these animals. The tiger prefers wild animals that it finds in the forest, but sometimes when the tiger has become old, it is no longer strong enough to catch and kill the animals it lies to feed on. It is easier for it to kill human being, and when it has once tasted human flesh, it goes on killing men, women and children for food. Which country is the home of tigers? India. What do tigers feed upon in the forest? Wild animals. When does a tiger begin to kill a man? When a tiger grows old and thick, weak. It is easy for tiger to kill. What do flesh in the passage mean? Meat. While preparing notes, which is never used. Complete sentence. While preparing notes, which is never used. Complete sentence. While preparing notes, which is never used. Complete sentence. Notes should be in narrative form. Notes should be in notes should be in narrative form. Notes should be in narrative form. Types of invitation are two. Types of invitation are two. Formed invitation are always written in third person. Formal invitation are always written in third person. Where it is placed in the letter to the editor, in between sender address and receiver address. Creative writing does not include delivering speech. 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 Expression to thanks is written in which of the following piece of writing? Speech writing. Models are helping verbs. Might I come in? I I have been reading since morning. I have been reading since morning. But I am I have been reading since night. Columbus discovered Columbus discovered America. Columbus discovered America. The two thieves yesterday catch police. The two thieves the the police catch two thieves yesterday. The police catch two thieves yesterday. Read the following extract and answer the question from 18 to 21. Father and son, we both must live on the same globe and the same land. He speaks, I cannot understand myself. Why anger grows from grief? We each put out an empty hand, longing for something to forgive. Name the poem and the poet, Father and the Son, Elizabeth Jennings. Both of them must live. बड़ी अच्छा रे भाई. Name the poem and the poet, father to son, Elizabeth Jennings. Both of them must live on the same globe. The father and the son have no understanding between them. They must extend their hands to forgive each other. What has not changed? The sea. This season has been mentioned in the poem The Autumn Season. The movement of the goldfinch compared to movement of a lizard. After the bird flies away, the Lebanon tree becomes empty and silent again. In the poem, the voice of the rain, without rain, seeds will remain hidden and unborn. What is hidden in a infant face, lost childhood? Wooded appears like the winter landscape in mountains, narrator's grandmother. The crewman Larry Wiggle was an American. This was the last year of a powerful Egyptian dynasty, King Tut. King Tut was the last heir of a powerful Egyptian dynasty. What does Tutankhamun mean in discovering Tut? The saga continues a living image of Amun. What does Tutankhamun means in discovering Tut? The saga continues living image of Amun. Freeman Larry Weigel was an American. King Tut was the last heir of a powerful Egyptian dynasty. What does Tutankhamun mean in discovering Tut, the second continuous living image of Amun? Who is the author of Landscape of the Soil? Nathalie Travari. The concept of art Brut is 1940s was mooted by Jean Dubuffet. The concept of art brut in 1940s was mooted by Jean Dubuffet. Jean Dubuffet. ओके गाइस, गुड नाइट। मुझे बहुत नींद आ रही है, सो मैं जा रहा हूँ अब सोने। अब मॉर्निंग स्टडी करूँगा। जैसा कि अभी बज गया है 12:48। तो सो गाइस, गुड नाइट। गुड नाइट कैसे बोल सकता हूँ, 12:48 हो गया। गुड मॉर्निंग। ओके गाइस, तो बाय। नेक्स्ट वीडियो के लिए चैनल को लाइक कीजिए, सब्सक्राइब कीजिए। थैंक यू।